We got some rumors for you today regarding our Detroit Lions and some news regarding injury updates to DeAndre Swift and Ifeatu Melifonwu. We're going to talk about who will be offensive coordinator after this season of the Detroit Lions. Some articles giving 5 individuals who potentially could take the replacement of Anthony Lynn, as well as where would Davante Adams land. Could Lions be on a list of teams the Lions should pursue him? We'll talk about that as well. Dan Campbell talking about criticizing him and plain spoilers for the rest of the season. But before we get into today's rumors, if you're a type of individual who likes to go outside during a tornado warning and stay inside and hide under a desk under a fire alarm, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because I talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors, and we get lit up on this channel as well as blown away. Also, take a Molotov cocktail to the like button. Let's start with Lions rumors.
It's LeGarrette Blount here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, MicroMike, man.
Hey, Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch MicroMike on YouTube.
Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron. Big shout out to MicroMike and YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
Brian Berman of Fansided gave an article of 5 individuals who potentially could replace offensive coordinator Anthony Lynn for the Detroit Lions. Now, he's going to go through some individual lists here. We're going to start with 5 here. Luke Getsy, Green Bay Packers quarterback, coach, passing game coordinator. Obviously, when it comes to Green Bay Packers, their passing game, their offense has always been high, dealing with a great quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. We'll talk about the connection to Davante Adams. If the Lions decided to go that route, understanding having that individual in the connections would make sense. As we've seen for the Detroit Lions, every time we get a coordinator, it definitely goes with players under that specific individual. Comment on the video. Should Duce Staley be the offensive coordinator for 2022 and beyond? Why for yes and for no? Do you want Duce Staley to be promoted? We got about Zach Robbins, Los Angeles Rams assistant quarterback coach. Connection here to Brad Holmes. Obviously, Jared Goff, the connection is there. If they're trying to work out Jared Goff's mechanics, trying to get a little more comfortable, it makes sense to find an individual that understands him a little bit more. We got Mike Kafka, Kansas City Chiefs quarterbacks coach, passing game coordinator. Not a whole lot of connections here, but when you look at the passing game of the Kansas City Chiefs, you got one of the better offenses in all of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes. Great development, great scheme. Offense just destroys Eric Bieniemy, offensive coordinator as well. So you get that connection there, because a lot of fans wanted to get Bieniemy last year. We didn't get him as head coach, but maybe we can get a man under him as offensive coordinator. And we go to New Orleans in Ronald Curry, the Saints quarterback coach. Again, connection here to Dan Campbell, dealing with those quarterbacks over there. Jameis Winston progressing. Obviously, Drew Brees before that. But the number one individual on his list is Duce Staley, the Lions running backs coach. And I named Duce Staley as a potential individual to take over the coordinator job, because he's already receiving a lot of duties, assistant head coach, and he's very familiar, obviously, with the players, and he's well respected. So making that jump kind of would make sense. But if you're the Detroit Lions, there is a little bit of issue with that regarding lack of play calling. You know, the specific play call is something that we have always had as first-time head coaches. Do you really want to do that with the offensive coordinator? That's the question that they really got to come up with. But I like this list. I think this is a very good list. And understanding, given how Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell work regarding people that they've worked with before. When we go into Luke Getsy, if the Lions decided to get him as an offensive coordinator, the question would be, well, could he bring some players over here? And obviously, Davante Adams, the great wide receiver from the Green Bay Packers, is a free agent. And I read an article today, the number one spot from this said author would be the Detroit Lions. But I'm going to give you a little hesitant here, not saying that I don't love the player, in which I truly do. I think he's an amazing player, one of the best wide receivers on the NFL. But my thing would be, would he want to come here? I think he'd probably want to follow Aaron Rodgers if Aaron Rodgers decides to leave the Green Bay Packers and go to a team that's probably closer to a championship caliber, understanding that he's a little bit older and going to a better team would make sense for his career. He's looking for a Super Bowl, and right now the Green Bay Packers look like a team that's going to compete for it, but what if they don't win a Super Bowl? If they don't, I think you'd probably want to go to a team closer to that type of championship run. But hey, maybe he wins a Super Bowl and he's looking to cash out a little bit. But we'll definitely keep an eye on the offensive coordinator position when the season's over, and that will be a keen eye of how free agents come to the Lions. Because say we decide to get an offensive coordinator from Green Bay, obviously we need help at wide receiver. We know, in my personal opinion, the Detroit Lions going to be looking to pay a wide receiver a lot of money in free agency. Say they don't go quarterbacks coach from Green Bay. Well, if they decide to go something to do with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Dallas Cowboys, there's a lot of free agent wide receivers from those said teams. The Lions could go ahead and add to their roster. Let's give you an update of DeAndre Swift really quick. DeAndre Swift was day-to-day, but Dan Campbell came out and stated that it is unlikely that DeAndre Swift will play Sunday versus the Minnesota Vikings. Now, Cook's not playing either, so it looks like the Lions and the Vikings will be out of their starting running backs. Like I said yesterday, I think it's really vital for the Detroit Lions to go ahead and play Godwin Igwebuike and give Jermar Jefferson some time running the football. We got 6 games left, and I think it's really important to evaluate these young players to see if they have a future with the Detroit Lions. I personally do think both of those running backs have a good future. They're both explosive, and they can make the big play. That is something right now we don't have really on the roster besides Swift, who's not playing, is an explosive player that can make the big play. So far, Jamar and Godwin, besides Swift, are the only ones that's made those big plays. So feed them the football. Try to get a win on the ground. If you want to run the football, let's give some explosion there. Also, great news, Ifeatu Melifonwu activated. Probably not going to be playing right away, but we need to see what this young man can do at cornerback. With the 12 snaps before he got injured, he looked very solid. And right now, the Detroit Lions in the past 3 games rank 8th in pass defense. So far, Aaron Glenn has done a fantastic job with this secondary, and getting Ifeatu Melifonwu back will bolster that as well. Man, oh man, I'm really liking what I'm seeing right now from the young secondary. If they keep it up and we get healthier with Ifeatu Melifonwu, do we really need to look to get a cornerback at all in the draft, except for maybe a late rounder? That may be the case, because if you look at Jerry Jacobs, he is getting solid. Amani Oruwariye doing really good right now, getting a lot of interceptions. And Ifeatu Melifonwu, big guy, getting healthy. And obviously we have Jeffrey Okudah, who is on the IR right now. So getting him back and then evaluating him is going to be very important in the last couple weeks of the Lions' regular season. And talking about that defense right now, ranked 8th in the NFL. Is that because of the teams we played with lack of passing and injured quarterbacks? Or is it because the Detroit Lions passing defense is doing much better? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you think it's a fluke, or do you think it's real? Let's get into Dan Campbell here. Now, he made 2 said statements I think it's really important to go ahead and talk about. And one being that he stated that he wants the Detroit Lions to be spoilers for the rest of the year. And of course we want to be spoilers, but you got to win a game first. And I think that's really important. When we talk about jumping to be spoilers, how about we just jump to get a first down, jump to get a win first? And I think if the Detroit Lions really want to get that win, they're going to have to make sure that they don't shoot themselves in the foot. They got to do everything correctly to barely get a win, because right now, with the lack of discipline, we're not going to be spoiling anybody. If we're shooting ourselves in the foot with constantly false starts and holdings, doesn't matter what we do. And if we don't throw the football downfield, give it a try, we're spoiling nothing but our own success. So in theory, I like the idea of spoiling. I like the idea of winning. I think if you want to change the culture, you need to win. And right now, as we're a winless football team, we have a 77% chance to win the first pick in the draft. So it's not looking good for the rest of the year. It's looking good for the draft if you want that first pick. Also, head coach Dan Campbell talked about how he understands being criticized, being winless. And this is what I've been telling all of my subscribers. It's okay to criticize the head coach. It's okay to criticize the quarterback, criticize players, because criticizing is part of the game. We give praise when praise is due, and we criticize when criticism is deserved. And yes, Dan Campbell has done some good things, no doubt about it, but the last couple of games, his coordinating on offense, I feel, could have been a reason why we've lost some of these games, these last two games. Consistently running on 3rd and 14, that type of plays right there really hurts the Detroit Lions. So criticizing is okay and important for the growth of a football team, in my opinion. You guys need to go to lionsnationunite.com and download the app. This app, created by Herman Moore, is all about getting the Lions community together, fans doing meetups, making videos, dropping pictures of your fandom of the Detroit Lions. It's like a Twitter, Facebook combined for Lions fans. So if you don't got it, go to lionsnationunite.com, download the app. You can follow them on Twitter, LionsNationU, and on YouTube, Lions Nation Unite. The upcoming videos, got a video dropping tomorrow, going to be a very good one. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Also, on Thursday, we got the One Pride podcast on my channel. Again, if you guys got questions, let us know in the comment section. Myself and the panel will do everything we can to answer it as best as we can. A good, fun time, good way to give back. And on Friday, video possibly will drop. We'll see. Mailbag video on Saturday. And on Sunday, Detroit Lions versus Minnesota Vikings live watch party on my channel. 1 p.m. Get ready. It's going to be a fun day.